Hello, my name is Chris Legaspi, and welcome to the Laws of Color, Volume 2. So the laws of color are a set of principles, strategies, and guidelines that help us to manage the awesome complexity of color. And in Volume 2, we're going to learn not only how to control the color in the lights, but also in the shadows. So if you've always wanted to learn how to paint in color or how to make your color better, more exciting, more lively, and more harmonious, this is the course for you. Now, this course has a very unique feature. It comes in two different versions, a traditional oil painting version and a digital painting Photoshop edition. And in this video, we're going to take a sneak peek into the Photoshop edition. So the full course will come out in a couple weeks. And if you want to get the latest updates on when the course comes out or be invited to the private pre-launch, make sure to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to this URL, enter your email, and you'll be signed up and you'll be good to go. And you'll be able to get updates on when the full version is available. So in the meantime, grab your tablet, come with me, and let's take a sneak peek inside this brand new course. Okay, next I want to add shadow variation, color variation in the shadow, of course. So first, just like the base tone, I'm going to make a slightly lighter version and a slightly darker version. The lighter version will be shifted towards the cool, towards the light. Darker version will be a little bit warmer, more saturated, more intense. And once I have my color, I put it on my palette. And then I'm going to use a handful of tools, gradients, and custom brushes to add variation in my shadow. So first add some warmth under the chin there. Then add a little bit darker, cooler tone to the shadow part of the hair. So her hair is very, very dark. So I definitely wanted to darken that, add a little bit of warmth, more saturated red. And I'm using clipping mask here so that it locks into the shape of the shadow that I already established in the previous step. And right now it's looking really nice and contrasty. The form is starting to read a little bit, even though the edge isn't quite there. But you can definitely see just by the 2D graphic shape and the value that there is definitely a dark shadow on the left and lower left and a little bit of bounce light. That's pretty much my philosophy, is to push the shadow darker and into the right temperature, push the lights, the light part of the shadow into a little bit brighter. And here I'm adding some cools in the lighter part of the shadow. The top planes of the shadow, closer to the light source, are shifting towards blue. So that temperature shift will create a lot of excitement, a lot of drama, and that makes color look very exciting and lively, is when you can add warm and cool temperature shift. So that's probably the biggest takeaway from this course, is you always want to constantly look for areas to add cools and dramatic temperature shifts. And now I'm going to start to add the cool halftones. So these will be mostly in the face, the light facing plane. So I'm going to start by just brushing sort of this dark bluey tone, just to give me a blue. It's really what I need. This tone is fairly blue. And here again at the fabric, using custom brush when I need texture, fine tuning with HuSat. So pretty much these are the transitional planes that go from light into shadow, so they'll have the most intense color, the most saturation because of the value range. And here I'm playing with the starting the halftones in the shoulder, and I'm also using soft brushes to create a nice edge. And again, glazing the light facing planes here with cool tones. So I'm really pushing now the face into cools, and that's, as you can see, it's popping quite nicely because of the warm base underneath and the warm shadow. So now it's starting to make sense color-wise. Here I'm adding some more pink to the face, so it's sort of just more variety, more variation. Right now the pink is a little intense, it's a little too saturated, so that's okay. We're going to use the hue sat and transparency, the layer opacity. It's another beautiful tool I use to get subtle color. So pretty much you can see how the color is working. The warm shadow with the cool light is working really nicely now. And that's the whole, the major lesson here is that when you can push one towards the other, shadow towards warm, it works really well when the lights are pushed towards cool. You kind of want to exaggerate the difference. Here, brushing in that pink tone that I just made. So now I have some pinks, I have some yellows, I have some beautiful cool tones, and it's really going to help to give me a nice base of color. And here you can see how it looked before the halftone rendering, and after you can see the beautiful color that happened. So remember, the most intense color, most saturated colors happen in the halftone. So at this stage you definitely want to be more bold with your color. This is the opportunity to do it in the halftones. Hello and welcome back. If you like what you saw here, make sure to sign up for my free newsletter so you can get the latest updates on when the course comes out, and you'll also be invited to the private pre-launch so you can get the full version a little bit early before everybody else. So you'll be one of the cool kids that gets it early. So all you have to do is go to this URL, sign up for my free newsletter, and you'll be good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you inside the course. So until then, take care.